Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and I've got a slight dilemma today, what to do with this guava that I've got. I got this last year and it's very, very pot bound and needs repotting, but the issue I've got, which you can probably see, and I'll have to move back further, is it's got about a 5-foot stem before it branches out. Now, if I was a brave person and I lived out in the tropics and I probably had about a dozen guavas, I think I'd simply cut the thing off here and see if it shooted out the sides. So, but at the moment I don't want to take that risk because not being in a tropical climate, not having many plants, I don't really know what's going to happen to it. But I have had a couple of thoughts occur to me. I'm going to repot it anyway because the pot, when it came in the pot was all smashed and broken, and I'm going to put it into a sort of a larger size. I don't want to go too large because I don't want to have root rot issues as I've had before with some of my guavas. I've trimmed the branches off, and it might be quite nice to grow it as a standard and have like a head of branches come out of the top. And the other thing I'm thinking of is if it takes nicely in the pot and roots well, I could possibly try air layering it maybe about here and have the option of having 2 guava plants out of it, because I'm not sure how guavas are for rooting. I've heard that they're not the quickest air layers, but I'm sure that I've seen videos where they did air layer guavas. So I think if that's the case, what I might be better off doing is actually doing an air layer here and having that one as a bush, and then this one will bush out nicely at the bottom theoretically. But I want to get it established and hopefully growing this summer first, because it's very sparse at the top, because like a lot of the others it suffered a bit from things like scale insects. In fact, it had scale on it when it arrived. So I've put a load of extra perlite into the compost to make sure that it's nice and light. A little bit too much in the bottom there. As I said, I don't want to go up too large on the size of the pot. Let's pull this out of the pot and see what we've got. Yeah, I can see it's been repotted. All they've done is repotted it and not broken up the roots. So I can see now that it's got these trapped roots on here. And then let me break this off. Look, they've obviously repotted it perhaps a few months before they've sold it, and it hasn't really rooted into the bottom of the new soil. Now there are some white roots coming out here, which is promising, so I think the best thing to do, I can't believe how pot bound they've kept it for so long. What I'm going to try and do is loosen off the soil a little bit, which they didn't do. Try not to damage any of those new white roots. It's amazing how large this is growing, to be honest, in such a small pot. But I mean, the roots have wound, it's been in here far too long, the roots have wound round and round and round. So I need to just tease them a little bit, but I also don't want to, conversely, I don't want to damage the roots because they can be a bit sensitive on guavas. So I think that's about as far as I can go without risking damaging it. So mix their soil in with mine, waste not, want not. I think frankly the soil that I'm using is lighter and better than they were using in the nursery. And it should frankly be okay in this soil. In this size pot I reckon it'll be okay for a couple of years. It's a little bit too wet for my liking and heavy, their soil they used. Another one that's they use that sort of heavy muddy type soil on a lot of their tropicals, I guess because it's cheap for no other reason. This one was actually a Dutch supplied plant. So I've got that in a larger container now. I'm going to give that a good watering just to moisten the rest of the soil, because I'm hoping that's going to get the roots, I'm hoping it'll encourage the roots to spread out, and we'll see how that goes. So that's my currently a standard guava with that long bare stem. It may shoot out during the course of the year anyway. I've got no idea what variety it is. It never said on the site when I originally bought it whether it was a pink guava or a yellow or sort of a white fleshed. I would imagine it's the normal little light green rounds guava that goes a bit yellow when it's ripe, or it might possibly be a pink flesh one, but we won't know unless I ever get fruits on it one day, if it stays alive, if I keep this one going. I mean, it would be nice to get fruits on it one day, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, much appreciated. Please give me a thumbs up. Please remember to share it with anyone you think might be interested. Obviously subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and I'd appreciate it if you click the bell, because that will notify you about new videos as they come out. So thanks for watching. I'll catch up with you all soon. Brett out for now.